Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to day 19 of Cos Christmas Countdown. I cannot believe we're already at day 19, that feels absolutely insane. Excuse my lack of talons today, we are going au naturel. I'm not getting them redone until the 22nd, which is very, very sad. Anyway, today I'm back. Today I'm once again collabing with my girl Milli. If you are a regular over here, or alternatively if you've come from Milli's channel, you know we like to collab together. And today we're going to be doing a 'Tis the Season collab. Now, we normally do a palette bingo. However, with this one, we've decided to do something a little bit different. So we're going to be doing a look with each row of the palette. So one with the green row, one with the neutral row, one with the purple row, and one with the pink row. I'm very excited to film this today. My eyeballs are going to hurt afterwards because I think I'm probably going to do all 4 looks today. So pray for my eyeballs. Let me know in the comments which your favourite row is and which look you're most excited to see. And then I want to know, after you've watched the video, if the look you predicted was going to be your favourite was your favourite. I'm also going to leave Milli down below. Obviously, go and follow her. If you are seeing my video first, go and watch her video once you've watched this one. As always, we're going to start out with some eyeshadow primer. I can't decide whether I'm going to do one look on each eye. Okay, so the camera rudely cut me off while I was talking about eyeshadow primer, but it's probably not that important. First off, we're going to start with the green row, which I'm very excited for. I did use quite a lot of the greens in my first impression, so I will link that down below. But we're going to start off with a brush that I can't keep hold of. This is a Morphe R41, and I'm going straight in with the shade Holly. No messing about today. And I think we're going to do a halo eye for this one. So I'm going straight in with that shade Holly. I'm going to start building this up on the outer corner. This is like a beautiful, really deep green. It's like almost black, and I really, really like it. I think it really adds some depth to the palette. I'm going to try and use all 5 shades in each look, but I'm not, especially with the nudes, I'm not convinced I will do that, but we will try and use all 5 shades. So I'm just going to pack this on. This Morphe R41 is great for this kind of work. It's very precise, it's a very like dense, fluffy brush. I'm just going to pack it on so we've got kind of the rough shape of the outside halo eye. I'm going to kind of angle it up a little bit. And then we're going to go in and do some blending before we do the inner corner. So, okay, so I've got a Lara Faye E26 here, and we're going to go in with Mistletoe, which is the lighter green, and we're going to start buffing out that Holly shade. This is quite a intensely pigmented shade, so I have just tapped it off just to make sure there's not too much pigment on the brush. And we're just going to start blending. Okay, so that is that with that just on the outer corner there. We're going to go back in with the Morphe brush. Normally when I do a halo eye, I like to connect my blends, but I think today we're going to do like a big halo eye, as I would describe it. So we're just packing on Holly on the inner corner. And again, we're going to kind of create that little... I always like a little like angled shape to my halo eye. So we're just going to create that. So it kind of comes down in like a triangle, if that makes sense. And they always look different, but it's fine once we put the shimmer on. Right, I'm gonna take, this is a tiny weeny little unicorn cosmetics brush. I'm gonna take Garland, which is the middle matte green shade. I'm gonna use this to blend out the inner corner. Just wanted a bit of differentiation in the blends. Wanted this inner corner to be a little darker, to kind of give it that grungy, smoky feel, because I think I'm going to put the very bright green shimmer, which is called Decorations, in the inner corner. So I want this inner corner to be a little bit darker than the blend on the outer corner. So that's that blended. I'm just going to go back in again with Mistletoe and just intensify that on the outer corner. I love this shade, it's almost like a murky green. Like it looks really bright in the pan, but kind of for me, it gives what I was expecting Lichen from the Undergrowth palette to give. Right, let's do a cheeky little lid shade. We're gonna put Festive on the lid. This is made by Mitchell ME5. This is Festive, and we might put a bit of Decorations in the middle, just depending on how much this pops. I haven't actually used this shade yet. And I'm going to take it above the crease into the space where normally I would have like blended a shadow. This is actually brighter than I expected it to be. Looks a little bit darker in the pan, but actually it's quite like a bright, very much a festive green. Okay, and then we're going to go back in with the brush, but I'm going to, the R41, sorry, but I'm going to go in with Garland. I'm just going to make sure these edges are neat. Okey-dokey. I definitely think this needs some waterliner. Bear with me. I think today's advent calendar liner is perfect for this. Okay, this is the shade we got in today's Glisten calendar. This is day 14. This is Wasabi. Okay, setting spray obtained. I'm just going to do a couple of spritzes into here. And we're going to use a Glisten number 9 brush. If you're a regular, you'll know this is my favourite brush for water activated liner because it just makes it so easy. So I'm really going to work that into the pot, and then I'm going to use the pot just to make sure there's no bubbles on the brush. And we're literally just going to draw a little semicircle where that shimmer is. Just to give it a little pop of something else. This colour is insane. It's like a neon pastel. Okay, water activated liner done. Right, okay, I'm going to go away. I'm going to throw some face makeup on, and then I'm going to show you the inner corner and the lower lash line, and we'll be done. Right, okay, I've got the rest of my face makeup on. I try to keep it pretty neutral, so I'm wearing Makeup Forever HD Skin Glow, Urban Decay Naked Concealer, my Made by Mitchell Medium Curved Base, and I use the shade Peach Sugar, and then I've got Rare Beauty Happy Soul as my bronzer, Urban Decay Sin, and then Kosas Air Brow and the new P. Louise brow pencils in my brows. I didn't want to go too far with it. And we're going to take that Unicorn Cosmetics brush that we've used previously, and I'm actually first going to go into Mistletoe, which is this one here, for my lower lash line. Definitely just dipped that in the purple. It's fine, wipe it off on the towel and carry on. So I'm just going to start by building up Mistletoe under the eye. I'm actually quite tempted to just keep it as Mistletoe under the eye, just to lighten things up a little bit. And then we're going to take a little tiny flat brush. This is a Kate Stone Hughes in Spectrum 14. I'm going to wipe off whatever's already on there. And we're going to take Decorations. We're going to put this one in the inner corner. That's such a good inner corner shade. I saw Millie use it on the inner corner and was like, yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Like, seriously, seriously, it is just gorgeous. And also, if you like a very intense inner corner, this brush is just the best. It's like small enough to get right in there and pack on loads of pigment. And it's just a really nice rounded shape to make it really easy to get round the inner corner. And as always, we are taking our shimmer to meet our matte on the under eye. I think I am just going to use that little Unicorn Cosmetics brush again and a tiny bit of Garland just to do the very, very outer third. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to go put some lashes on, and then I'll be back and show you the final look, and then we'll do the next three. So this is the finished look number 1. I went in with Versatile Chestnut from Makeup Forever and MAC Blankety on the lips. I love the way this look turned out. I love a green look. I feel like this lash is on funky. I love a green look, and I'm really happy with this one. I think it's super dark and smoky, but still very festive with that very bright inner corner. Let me know what you think of this look, and let's do the second one. Okay, I almost launched back into full intro then. We're not there, Nicole. We're not there. Okay, let's do the next look. We're going to use the neutral row. To be honest, obviously, if you're a regular here, you'll know I'm the least excited about this one, to be honest. I'm not a neutral girly. I am quite excited to use this shade Candlelight, though. I saw Millie use that in her palette bingo a couple of days ago, and that does look beautiful. But first off, we're going to take the shade Ginger, and I'm going to just put that through my crease. My eyes are still slightly green. I'd really appreciate it if you could just ignore that. Because I wasn't taking my entire face of makeup off. So I'm still wearing the same stuff on my face. Obviously I've just taken my lip and my eyeshadow off, which was really fun, and I can't wait to do that twice more. Okay, so we're just taking this ginger shade through the crease. This is actually a really lovely warm transition shade. See, I quite like doing these kind of videos because I probably wouldn't have used that one otherwise, but I actually really like it. It looks a lot darker on the eye than it does in the pan. I think that's actually a really lovely transition shade. Okay, for me I feel like there's not really a whole load of places we can go with this one, so we're just going to take the shade Cookies, which is this very warm brown, reminds me very much of the eyeshadow I used to wear, and we're going to start putting this through the crease with that ginger shade. Oh wow, that is pigmented. If you're a warm brown lover, I feel like you'll really like this one. It's almost more of like a bricky red, kind of terracotta colour than a warm brown. Yeah, it kind of blends out to like a warm brown, like it's a lot lighter on that eye than it is that eye. But if you kind of build it up, it's more of like a bricky terracotta colour. Okay. I don't hate it. It's not the kind of colour I would go for all the time, but I don't hate it. So we're going to put that through the crease, and then we are going to go back in with a bigger, fluffier brush. It's just another Morphe one, doesn't have a name. I think it came in some sort of set. And we're going to go back in with that ginger shade, and I really, really, really want to buff this out. Make sure it's nice and blended. I think what I want to do with the darker shade, I think I want to do like a smoky liner. So, right, okay, we are going to go in with the shade Hot Chocolate, which is this one here, which is a lot cooler than the rest of the nudes. I'm going to use this as an eyeliner. I'm going to use a Made by Mitchell ME6. This is my favourite brush for like a smoky eyeshadow wing. So I'm just going to literally just wing it out. Literally just wing it. Okay, and then we're going to take a very, very small pencil brush. This is a P. Louise E35, and I'm going to take that Cookie shade, which is that medium brown, and we're slowly going to smoke this wing out. And then I do just want to take, I'm just going to take a sponge just to clean up that edge. Normally, obviously, we do this before foundation, and I go clean it up with my foundation, but alas, that is not the way we have done it this time. Right, okay, on to the bit I am actually more excited about. We're going to do the shims. I'm going to take, I think, Candlelight on the lid and then Celebrate for the inner corner. So we're just going to go into Candlelight. Ooh, okay. It's almost slightly duochrome. Like it's kind of like a burnt orange that flips gold. That is actually a really beautiful shade. Okay, and then we're gonna literally just wipe that brush off. I don't know whether I told you, it's a P. Louise C2, and we're gonna put Celebrate. Ooh, okay. You are sparklier than I expected. This is almost like one of those like special sparkly formulas. that are more like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not doing a good job. But we are just gonna pop that there. And then for the lower lash line, I think we're going to go back into that little tiny brush from P. Louise. I'm going to use Cookies. And I'm going to use this to smoke out the lower lash line. And I am actually just going to smoke some more out on the lid. Just kind of fill that gap between the shimmer and the wing. Oh, there's definitely still green on this eye. Put that Cookies shade right into my eyeball then. And then we're going to take that big fluffy brush, we're going to take Ginger again, and we're just going to go around there. I'm just going to make sure it's all nice and neat up here. Right, okay, let's do, I'm not actually going to put a lash on this one, I don't think. And then we'll do a lip. Okay, we're just going to do YSL Lash Gloss Waterproof. Why am I putting waterproof mascara on when I'm taking this look straight off? Because I didn't bring any other mascara in the room with me, so we're just going with it. We're just vibing. We are just vibing, sorry about that. Off my lips. We are going to use Santa Baby today, which is this beautiful deep red. Because it only felt right to do a bright red lip with a neutral look. And that is the second look. What do we think of this one? I actually quite like it. I'm not a neutral girly, but for me, it's a little bit of something different. I feel like this is what people who don't wear colour feel like when they're wearing colour. Like it's new. So, let's move on. Let's do the purple look. Okay, we're back for number 3. My eyeballs hurt. Don't do this. Don't do this, kids. It's not a good plan. Right, okay. We are on to the purple row. Am I most excited about the purple row? I don't know. I'm kind of stuck between the purple row and the pink row. I think it depends on how I can incorporate the shade Ribbon. But right now, I'm very excited to use this purple row. We got the perfect wet liner to use with this in our Glisten Advent Calendar a couple of days ago. This is Amethyst, which is like a shimmery purple. Absolutely perfect for this. Are Glisten and Cosmic Beauty in cahoots? Should they collab? Yes. If they don't collab, I'll be very sad. Right, okay, we are going to start with Potty. I'm using a Morphe M453. This is, it's technically clean. It's wiped off. Ooh, she's powdery. Okay. What are we going to do? I feel like there's only 3 types of eye looks I do. A halo eye, a normal crease, and a full cut crease. And I've done those. And I was kind of thinking of saving the full cut crease for the pinks. Unless I do something more graphic with the pinks, maybe. Don't know. Let's just blend this shade in first. Okay, we have got quite a lot of fallout with this one, but obviously it's quite light, so it's not the end of the world. There's a lot of fallout. Purples are notoriously hard to formulate, and I haven't had trouble with Cosmetics purples up to now, so we'll see how these go. haven't used any of these apart from the shade Fairy Lights, which is the very like light sparkly one yet. So I'm excited to see what these matte purples are like. Okay, I think I might do like a normal eye look for this one with some graphic liner. I think that's the plan. There is a lot of fallout from that lilac shade. It is quite intense though now I've built it up. There's a lot of powder kick up though from that one. Right, we're going to go in with Gifting, which is the medium purple shade. And I'm going to start building this up in the crease, not taking it as high as we did with the shade Party. The shade is really nice, just big enough pigment. I'm going to take a different blending brush. This is a blank canvas E41. Can you even get blank canvas anymore? No idea. It's a double-ended one though. No idea. And I'm just going to take that shade again and just really, that Party shade, sorry, and just really buff out those edges. This is definitely better on a less fluffy brush. Denser. Denser is the word I was looking for. Right. Okay. Right, let's go in with 'Tis the Season, which is this dark purple here. We're going to use this on a Real Techniques. This was like the Metals collection. It's a 203. I don't know whether they still make something similar to this. I can only assume so. And we're going to start by packing this on the outer corner. That's nice. Again, there's quite a lot of fallout though. That's a really lovely shade though. It's a really like deep, like jewel tone purple. I very much feel like these looks are like a box of Quality Street. Looks inspired by Quality Street. To be fair, one of the best tins of chocolate because they are all gluten free. We love that. We really do. Right, I'm going back in with my Morphe 453, back in with that Gifting shade, and we're going to use that to blend out 'Tis the Season. These purples are really, really lovely. They're blending out really beautifully. Right, okay, shimmers. I'm excited for this one because this Baubles shade here looks gorgeous. So I'm just going to press this. This is a P. Louise C1, which this was like a cut crease brush set. This is like an angled one. And press this right on the middle. It's going to be better with my finger. Let's use my finger. Got no nails on, might as well take advantage of it. Okay, that is delicious. That is absolutely delicious. That is so pretty. It's got like a pinky, maybe even like an orange little bit of a reflect to it. Stunning. And then we're going to take Fairy Lights and we're going to put this all over the rest of the lid. Oh, this one is gorgeous. I used this one as an inner corner shade in my first impressions and it's beautiful. And I think I'm going to go in with my finger just to indent this. Yes, hello. You could do this with a glitter glue. It makes it stick on the brush a bit better. But when I can, I like to go in with my finger. This is like, again, it's like another almost duochrome. We are going into the inner corners with this one, so I'm not so bothered about being messy. It's just gorgeous. I'm just taking it around the inner corner as well. I know this brush might technically be for cut creases, but again, it's another one that's amazing for inner corners because it really like fits around the eye. Okay, small technical hiccup, so I just put my lashes on while I was off camera. We are going to do the under eye now. I'm going to take a P. Louise E35 and we're going to take the shade 'Tis the Season and we're going to run this all under the under eye up to that shade Fairy Lights on the lower lash line. And I'm going to be quite rough with this because I'm going to blend it out. So it's more just about getting the colour down than making it look remarkably perfect, if that makes sense. And then we're going to take that big fluffy brush from Morphe, the 453, and I'm going to take Gifting, which is the medium purple, once I've wiped this off, and I'm just going to buff this into the under eye. Okay, I want to do a little bit of liner since we have this beautiful glisten liner. So I'm just going to spritz that and we're going to use a Glisten number 9 brush. This looks stunning. I'm literally just going to go and create a wing. Like so. These brushes just make everything so much easier. If you're struggling with water activated liner, give these brushes a go and I honestly think they'll make your life so much easier. I also think if you're really struggling, get some like dotting tools and you can like map out the liner. So literally all you have to do is essentially join the dots. And that is the look with the purple row. What do we think of this one? I really like the way this one has turned out. I really love that glittery purple shade. What are you called? Baubles. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let me know what you think of this look. And I'll see you in a couple of seconds for the final look of the video. Right, okay, we have made it to the final look. And we are going to be using this row here. I'm excited. This shade Cranberries, I use this in my first impressions as well. Is just so I'm excited to use that again. I'm not sure where we're going to go with this one, to be honest. I think we're going to do a winged out cut crease. So I think I'm going to start with the shade here called Stocking, which is like a bright pink. And we're going to start by creating this one. Normally I'm going with my lightest shade first, but because the lightest shade is that ribbon shade, I think we need to put something down first for it to mix into, because it's like the lightest pink ever. And we're just using a Made by Mitchell ME11. I'm not being neat with this because we're going to go back in and blend it in a short while. Just want to make sure there's plenty of colour packed on. With a very intensely pigmented shade. And then I'm going to use the same brush. We're going to take all of the colour off it on our towel And I'm going to use ribbon, which is basically a very, very white pink. It's like a white with the tiniest hint of pink, but we're going to use that to kind of blend into stocking to get a kind of baby pink colour, basically. Okay, so that is stocking and ribbon down. Pretty sure I just wiped that on my pants rather than my towel. We're now going to take mulled wine, and I'm going to use this. We're going to keep this brush for blending, but I'm going to use a teeny tiny, this is Morphe and He Who Shall Not Be Named JS13. And I'm going to use this one, and we're going to really, really pack this mulled wine shade on the bottom of this blend. We're not going to take it like right up into the crease like we did with stocking. And I keep this fully focused on the socket line. Go back in. I'm just going to do a bit more ribbon on this inner corner. There's just a bit I'm not so happy with. And then we're going to go back in with stocking and just make sure that mulled wine shade is blended in nicely. I think for a change I'm going to leave it open at the end. So I'm going to go in with a P. Louise C1 again. And we're going to use cranberries and pack this on most of the lid, so from sort of here onwards. It's like green and then blue and I definitely meant orange. It's like a greeny orange, kind of dark reflect. It's gorgeous. Okay, and actually I'm going to close it off. I've decided we're going to go back in with that tiny brush. I'm going to use mulled wine. And then I'm going to take a bit of mulled wine and stocking just over the top of that, just to finish off that outer corner. Right, okay, we're going to take a big fluffy brush and we're going to take ribbon again. And I'm going to make sure everything is super blended. So I do not love how that blend looks currently. It's just a bit too harsh. I think I kind of wish ribbon had just a tiny bit more pink to it, just to make it a bit of a better transition shade. You know, if you do when I do like use the palette in rose. And you could mix it obviously with stocking, but I've tried as much as I can to use this palette sort of as the shades are rather than messing around and mixing them. Right, we're going to do tinsel on the inner corner. This is one of my favourite shades in the palette. It's a really pretty pink with like gold reflex in it. I think it pairs really, really well with cranberries. I think this needs a little bit of something extra. Let's see what we've got. I might use this one from my Glisten Advent Calendar. Again, this is Temptress. which is like a corally orange, which I didn't think was very festive, but I think it might work beautifully for this look. And again, we're going in with a number 9. I just think this will pull the orange in that duochrome shade in. This may look completely insane, but we don't want to have liner transfer, so you know, needs must. I really think that adds to the look. Just helps everything look a bit more cohesive. Okie dokie, I'm gonna go put some lashes on and then I'll be back. Great, okay, lashes are on. We're gonna take that tiny brush and we're gonna take mulled wine. We're gonna run this under the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take that big fluffy brush we used, but I'm going to use stocking this time. And I'm literally going to use that so lightly. This lash has come unattached. Please, ma'am, return to your assigned seat. I love a smoky waterline. Right, let's do some mascara on the bottom lashes. Okay, lip combo for this one. I think we're going to use Charlotte Tilbury Mark of a Kiss. Do have a discount code with Charlotte Tilbury in the description box if you ever should want it. And that is it. That is me using every single row of the Cosmic brushes. 'Tis the Season palette. That is me using every single shade, which I'm very impressed I managed to do. I really love this palette. This is like maybe like the 6th or the 7th look I've done with it. I really, really like this. Incredible Cosmic brushes quality as always, but there's just something so fun about this colour story. I'm probably actually, following on from this video, going to include some of the nudes in my looks because I did really like using them. I feel like this ginger shade is beautiful. Candlelight is not as nude as I thought it was. And even Celebrate, it might be a very like basic champagne, but it's got a lot of glitter in it. It's really beautiful. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to hit that like button. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, then hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you every time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Cole's Christmas countdown. Bye!